let's see, I've done, so we'll let that, it's a second layer, I suppose, of the pit dry. What I want to do now is kind of an approach like this where I'm pretty much just starting with clear water. I'm gonna try to clean up this label a little bit. I want it to basically stay that light blue, that sort of light blue, and go to a little bit. Boy, that wasn't even close to me. As I was saying, this idea where I wanted to go from just clear water and then add some color. And basically, I want this label to be going from a light blue to a little bit of a darker bluish purple. It's a cylindrical item, so that the value will change gradually as the form keeps turning. So to do that, even though my water will never be confused with clean water, but I think it's okay right now. Yeah, that's pretty clear. I'm just going to wet down the wine bottle label with clear water. And as I get towards the bottom, actually when I finish that, I'm going to bring in a little bit of mix of some of the blue. That's the peacock blue, and this is the quinacridone rose. So I want to make this so it's not too wet. But still pretty watery. It's a pretty watery still. Let's see. I'm going to rinse that out. And same and then start with my clear water. Let me see. Sounds like some sort of old country western song. There's a lot of water in there. So I don't know if you could just sort of maybe think of the water, if it's, as long as it's clear, as sort of transparent paint, transparent watercolor. Because as I think I said, I want the label to go from, I want this side to stay this lightish blue, but then I want it to get darker down here. And that might be a little bit too much watery color still. In fact, I believe it is. I'll mix up a little bit more. Maybe not that much. Yeah, was that too much? Maybe. It's sort of not moving around much, right? Right, and let me see a couple things. I'm gonna try to get this brush not. I'm gonna come in and clean up some edges, so I don't really. It's kind of like being in between a thirsty brush and a wet brush. But the point for this, and really the main point for kind of everything that I try to focus on has to do more with value and the change of a lighter color to a darker color being more important than exactly what color it is. So that's what I've done. This label, while this part of the label may look sort of dark, by the time we start adding some really dark darks into the bottle, it will have the impact of making that look a lot lighter. And if it's not quite what I'm after, then we can deal with it then. So that's that shape. I think it's safe enough to famous last words. I think it's going to dry consistently enough to go into another shape. Now I am going to go into the avocado, which yes is adjacent to the to this shape that's already wet, but not exactly. It's a little bit confusing maybe in here from the drawing. I was trying to leave basically an outline that's going to get really dark for the avocado, either really dark or really light. I'll decide later. But what I'm going to do is do another layer on the quote-unquote meat part of the avocado of some watery yellow, and then going to a little bit stronger yellow-green. Now, as far as the light source, how this form, it's flat compared to the light source coming in from this way. This meat part is flat. Every time I say meat, that's cracking me up. But I'm still going to sort of enhance the just the feeling of where the light is, and it's a little bit of composition to help focus kind of where I want focus to go. So I'm going to go in and around this part of the avocado with a little bit stronger yellow. Up to the up to where the peel sort of starts. And while that's kind of important, really the more important thing is to, if I want to keep these crisp, clean edges, I got to make sure that I don't start painting next to an area that's still somewhat damp. And let me see, I think I was talking about, well, yeah, maybe I already did. There is a slight subtle value change just going from, see, I didn't really worry about the edge right there too much. There is, yes, there is a little value change, not much. But I don't want much because this, it wouldn't change a whole lot. And yeah, I think I'm going to let that dry. And it's fun to start seeing this thing evolve with this approach. And sometimes it is hard to stay patient, I confess. But to me, it's worth it. And I hope you get comfortable with doing that sort of thing, and then apply those washes. Apply those washes too, for that and that.